An experimental England will want to tame him and the Welsh Dragon. Dance against social injustice and support the Black Line.
We can cause a few problems this evening.
Here he is. Going to hit
with the three up front, Sterling, Sancho and Harry Kane.
Him scrolling across the bottom of your screen. That's another aerial win. Very useful in those
types of runs that Kiefer Moore's just made there. Because who picks him up? Is it the win?
Morel. Tyler Roberts with the effort, which takes a deflection. A little push in the centre, away by...
Fabulous at it, Wolves. They're brilliant at playing 3-4-3. He's the middle of the three, the centre.
Southgate. Trippier. Danny Ings trying bits of politeness that endeared him to the manager. That's an opportunity.
Talks about his runs. He's just got that enthusiasm. He's obviously a good player. You know.
Scored over the last 7 or 8 months by Carlo Ancelotti. This is Ampadu.
Keep possession from them.
Ryan Giggs certainly would.
Left back, left wing back, really versatile. Roberts and Matondo playing really wide. He's just keeping those full-backs, the wing.
Not a chance yet, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin might try and force one here.
Just Calvert-Lewin, goalkeeper's come a long way, he's gone past him. And there was no one. Still scored twice. This is Davis. Might come back to Moore. Morel. This is Tyler Dominic Calvert-Lewin. It's being tracked up. That's that ball in towards the far post, and
England are defending with a 5 and the midfielder dropping deep as well.
This is a sort of hangover, isn't it, Lee, from the Denmark game where strolling through the game. This is Chris Mepham.
That was a good example of that as well.
Roberts, who's
as quick as they can.
Ben Davis with the free kick. Marking it toward.
He's going to be a terrific player, but you always tell your defenders when you head
some tick. It's really important.
Getting bothered after a fraught international break in September.
Players who are going to miss out through naivety, basically.
But looking to get it back to Kiefer Moore, and Nick Pope
stopped the first one. Gomez, he's got players around him, another 2 centre halves. He can
for 2 of them. They're trying to get used to it. It's not easy.
Goalkeeper. We are talking.
I can tell you that.
I can imagine that
he gets just a yard to get the ball in. It's a brilliant
night. Taking on Roden, and his cross is a decent one. There's Calvert.
Full possession. Look at that great cross. Centre half.
Southgate can take his hat off to him. England lead by cup-winning England team, the under-20s. Rain on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's arced in by Williams. Football when he was on loan at RB Leipzig last year. Needed. Gate can take his hat off to him. Moore getting in behind Michael Keane. Looking for Danny Ings, who's being nudged off.
The confidence that scoring goals at club level, going into an...
I spoke to him last week. He was saying if you can win that game against Ireland,
they've got to be careful of obviously the movement of Calvert-Lewin, but
it's a wild clearance from Ben Davis. Which is being dealt with by Rodon. Harry Winks that went unpunished, and Moore is up again, surrounded.
Going to run at you.
Ampadu almost gifting England possession, and receives it with Calvert-Lewin lurking with intent, and Connor Roberts.
And it's just a little bit behind him. Doesn't expect it, takes it down, and just let
Lewin. Saka tries to keep it alive. Mepham sticking with him. Replaced, and that will certainly trouble Ryan Giggs. Nico Williams is Trippier, inviting out. Entertainment will be abounds.
That's not so good from Connor.
Keane looking for Saka. Roberts comes across.
He knew it was coming. He didn't disappoint, Mepham.
Try something that's a little bit out of the ordinary.
Do you think you could pair him?
Jump over him like what he's done there with Joe Roden. He's ended up getting clumped.
Swansea City. Crossed by Nico Williams. The teasing one, and it's just sort of from a debutant. Dominic Calvert-Lewin continuing his fine. At half-time, Ben Cabango and Dylan. It is the first time that intensity. What are you both hoping for in the second half?
Problem they've got in midfield where Calvin Phillips and Harry Calvert-Lewin looking very dangerous, but Wales have been okay.
Fall back with Cardiff Blues.
Said we need to a little bit further up the pitch, try and take your...
Here's Calvert-Lewin. A bit more support in the West. He's done well against Cody here and managed to get an effervescent bundle of enthusiasm. Calm things down.
Yeah, he was a bit late there, wasn't he?
Well, he's lucky to skip.
And to win games at the same time. He's been on the phone to Chris Sil. Lots of space out wide on the right for Con. Winks back to his goalkeeper, but it's tested
really at the front of his mind.
He wants to have a crack at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The most foul player tonight, Chris.
He is, yeah. Well, he
Out service like that, I'm not so sure Connor Cody.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Trippier, great delivery.
He keeps his eye on it, and he just pokes his foot.
Joy. He doesn't score too many goals.
Somebody obviously thinks he's marking in England. First half, they just sank back into the
Most. Here's Ravi Matondo at the other end, trying to...
Sackwell defended really, really well there.
Ampadu, after tracking...
Wouldn't have been up there, mate. Have been on the halfway line.
Bukai troubles tonight. Interesting to see how Reece James adapted.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, for instance, certainly
A little bit better in the second half and not so disjointed a disconnect. Always been talked about positively amongst supporters.
The Johnny Williams, he really is.
This time, aimed in towards the far post, and that's
always going to be there. Well, Hennessy, no chance. The goal again, there he is. He knows it's not his, but look at the space he's in. He creates...
Well, another one who's had a good start to the season after a brilliant last cap. There's an opportunity for Targlish.
And a bit of space. If he makes that little diagonal dart.
And another decent ball which no one is there to convert.
You know, you've got to learn quickly up against the best players. And, you know, you still got Joe to come back after injury, and Joe Allen is a superb player.
I think the manager was clear that he was ready.
Doing what he does best, and that's getting forward and causing problems.
Daka, this would cap a nice debut. Great save by...
Got off, but unfortunately don't hit the target. But it's good defending there by James.
The task here. Didn't get enough on it, but...
Mount's all about. His first thought is, can he turn, can he get...
Planning to make as many substitutions tonight maybe as Athletic after being unattached. 97 caps now.